Go on mute.
And now, coming to the track, Miss Lady Dabs.
Hey, you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm glad you made it. Today is going to be a little bit different from my normal presentation segment because we've got so many races going on. So typically I talk about what's in the news and then I go into, any updates on anything. But we've got a lot of races, so I'm going to move that to the end and talk about it last. That way I can recap and talk about any news that's coming up, um, or that's the topic or the hot topic of last week or this week. So we've got a full schedule of stake races that we're going to be covering, and it's going to be from Laurel Park, Gulfstream Park. I'm hitting Colonial Downs, although I don't know whether I can see Colonial Downs live. I'm not sure. I haven't found that one yet. Delaware Park, they've got big race day today. Woodbine has big races today. And Lone Star, that's another one. I'm not sure whether or not it's going to be televised to be able to see what's going on, but we're going to play it by ear. And the first race that's going to be going off shortly is Laurel Park. Um, and for some reason, the delay is reversed this time. Usually, my app is a little ahead of the TV broadcast, but this time the TV broadcast is a little ahead of the app. So I might be showing and talking about the race, and the app is probably not going to be showing um, what's happening until a delayed. It looks like it's about a 5 minute delay, 4 or 5 minute delay. I'm not sure why, but anyway. So we're going to quickly go through the first race, and it is a dirt race. It's going 6.5 furlongs. Um, And the other thing too is, as I'm going through this, they may be moving a lot of the surfaces of the races because it's raining, and I know that sometimes they don't like doing turf races if there's rain, so they might move it to the dirt. But we'll see. We'll see. I will let you know update. Well, it'll say it here if there's a change in the actual format. Anyway, there are 9 horses, and as you can see, 3 of them are scratched in this race, and it's $120,000 to 125,000, and this is the Alma North Stake race, and these are for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. Okay, so let me go through the horses real quick. The 1 horse is Jody's Pride, going off 5-1 with Mario Gutierrez. Make sure. Yeah, Mario Gutierrez. And on the back, the 2 is scratched. The 3 horse Love You More, going off 11-1 with Angel Cruz. The 5 horse Bam's Bliss Kiss, going off 9-2. That is with Yedzit Hazelwood. And the 4 was scratched, sorry. The 6 horse Grammy Girl going off 4 to 5. That's your favorite with Miguel Sanchez. The 7 horse Benedetta going off 13 to 1. That's with Vincent Chimonod. I apologize if I pronounced his name wrong. I think I pronounce his name wrong all the time. The 8 horse has been scratched. And the 9 horse is Mida 3 to 2. Oh, now the 9 horse is the favorite, and that's with Sheldon Russell. Um, so we have that one. I wonder if I can open up. Let me see if I can do, because I might be able to duplicate these because they're going to be able to like. Okay, let's see if it's going to let me do this. Because Delaware Park is the next one that's going off. Oh, I can do that. Okay, so Laurel Park just went off.
Leads the way. Past the 5 furlong mark. Marta opens up 2 on Bam's Bliss Kiss in second. And Benedetta is racing in third. Through a 21-3. Opening
Right now, it's the 9, the 5,
second, and Benedetta's down at the rail racing in third position. Now Grammy Girl is getting
and it
into
looks
gear.
like the 6 is coming up to 2nd.
About to take that second spot. Grammy
yeah.
Girl targeting Mida.
They got a long way to go to catch that 9.
And make the turn for home. The half in 45 3/5 of a second for Mida. Mida is on top, and Sheldon Russell hasn't moved a muscle yet. Now gets a little tap. Opens up 7 lengths. Grammy Girl second, and watching Mida get away for the final furlong. It's Mida in front by 7 or 8 lengths. A powerhouse run, and the Almanor Stakes for Mida. Look at her go in the last 16th of a mile. She's blowing it on 8, 9, 10 lengths.
Not even close.
Mida
Not
in
even
the
close.
Stakes.
Not even close.
Winner from Grammy Girl second and
Okay, now we're going to go over to Delaware because I think Delaware Park is the next one that's going to be going off. This is, oh no, not Delaware. Oh, they changed it. So it is Delaware Park. This is race 6. It's $150,000 race. Christiana stake race. It's going a mile and an eighth. Ooh, it's a lot of mud. I mean, a lot of mud. And it's on the dirt. It was on the turf. There were 8 horses in this race, and 3 of them have been scratched. So, I mean, I don't even know how they can do this race. Oh, well, they're off. So,
Full start. Good speed for Warbell. Up the inside, Soloist is also right there, part of the early posse.
So the favorite
and
is
deep
the
on the
2.
track is Tide of Time in that last place position. Making
Written
daisies
by
is in
Christopher
third with a second
Elliott.
to go, and Miss Fulton Gal is in 4th. Around the first turn they go. Soloist stays glued towards the whale.
Caro
and
Cedino is
fight
on
to
the
her.
4
And
horse
these 2
at
ladies flash around the
16
first
to
turn.
1.
So it's Soloist up the inside with a nose in front, and Warbell sticking to her every single step of the way at the
Miss
6.5.
Fulton Gal
And
at
making
7 to
daisies is
1
right there with a
is
sweet trip today
Raul
in that third place
Mina.
position. In that 4th place spot, Miss Fulton Gal is 6 lengths
The
off the
6
speed.
horse
Already
is
coming under her drive
Warbell
is Tide of Time.
at
They
8
leave
to
the first turn
5
behind, and Warbell's the
with
first one to kick with that big
Julio
white blaze, but Soloist
Hernandez.
has none of that, and she
And
counters right
the
back.
8 horse
And
is
Making
Tide
Daisies
of
is committed to
Time.
a 3-wide kick, is now only a length and a half off the top dueling ladies up front. Miss Fulton Gal gets the rein
With
shaken,
Jose
gets a bit
Batista.
closer, and still nothing from
Oh, I
Tide.
haven't heard his
of
name in a long time.
They have 4
Right
furlongs
now,
to
the
go
2 is in
50th running of the
front by
Christiana Stakes.
a
Soloist now
head with the
calls the
6
shots.
right
Warbell
behind
needs to do
him.
better. Making
And
Daisies
something's coming up on the
continues this
outside. It
long,
looks like
steady
the
grind, and so
4.
does Miss Fulton Gal. Here's the 3/8 pole for Soloist, still in hand and in command. The lead's only 1. Making Daisy trying to make inroads. Miss Fulton Gal coming alive nicely. These are the 3 principals as they turn to the top of the stretch. Soloist trying to repel the challenge of 2 ladies right behind.
Oh, the 5
and the
is trying to
split
go.
comes from Miss Fulton Gal, who brushes with Making Daisies. They turn for home. Soloist is holding on to a 1-length lead. Miss Fulton Gal with a fully stretched rider.
Yeah, that 5 is trying to go by. He's going right by. Oh, these are fillies. She did. She went right by him. All right. Okay, so now we got to go over to Churchill Downs. And Churchill Downs is...
As they go into the gate, the 1 Warming couldn't have looked better. Big, strong, strapping.
This is the 5, race 5 at Churchill Downs. This is a $250,000 race. This is the Anchorage Stake Race, going a mile in the 8th. There are 10 horses in this, and it looks like it's still on the turf, so they haven't changed anything. So I don't have time to... Okay, so they're off. Ooh.
Warming went to the inside. Out of the gate, the good start for Stylish Sue. Stylish Sue races out to grab
Warner,
the
the
early
one
lead
horse
with
is
Southern
5-1
Storm just in behind.
with
Footnote
JJ on
is
it.
up close as well. But
The
Stylish
2
Sue
horse
has
is
made the lead,
13-1
and she's
with
done so rather easily.
Giroux.
She's out there clear by 2 with
The
a lap
3
to go.
horse
Settling
is
Storm
4-1
second,
with
Footnote outside third.
Luis
Marie,
Saez.
2 lengths farther back in 4th.
The
And then
4
it's a merited
horse
favorite,
is
2 wide first turn, moving up from 5th,
53-1
Warming in 6th, Pinup Betty's in 7th,
with
Vive is 3 lengths
Martin
farther back in
Garcia.
8th, and the trailer is just basking
The
about 10
6
lengths
horse
off the
at
leader,
10-1
and
with
that leader is
Christian
Stylish
Torres.
Sue, who got an opening quarter over the
The
good
7
turf in
is
24 and 1/5
89-1
seconds. So
with
Stylish Sue heads down
Alexander
the back stretch,
Crispin.
settling Storm in no hurry to go by, second outside,
Right
and
now
Footnote
it's
tracks him
10
outside
for
third. Unmerited
2.
favor
I
sneaks
can't
through
see on the
underneath.
other
Unmerited
side.
favor is just 2
The
lengths
8
off the
is
lead,
5
about
to
to
2,
be
which is
third.
favorite,
Then
which
it's
is
Pinup
Flavian
Betty. Pinup
Pratt.
Betty's 4
The
lengths off
9
the
is
lead.
7 to
Way
2
to
with
be Marie with a ground
iRed.
saving journey, but it's in a bit tight as they
And
make the
the
turn. Warming
10
is
is
alongside
7 to
of her.
2
Vive
also
at the back
with
with just
Jose
basking.
Ortiz.
Round the far turn.
So right now,
They
Jose
still
on
have
the
to
10
catch
is on the
Stylish
front,
Sue.
the 4 and
Unmerited
2.
favor comes off the rail to make an attack outside the quarter pole. Stylish Sue down inside.
Right now,
Pinup
10
Betty
still in lead.
first on the scene, third outside, and closing in. Way to be Marie, Vive and Warming.
The
Down
8
center
horse
of the
is
course
coming
for
up.
1
The
to
8
go.
horse is
Pinup
passing
Betty
by.
comes
8
pounding
horse
to the
is
front.
just
Pinup Betty in
going.
front by 2. Way to be Marie and Warming outside, chasing Pinup Betty to the wire.
It came
Pinup Betty wins it by
10-3.
2.5. Way to be Marie, Warming, and unmerited favor.
So no, I'm sorry. It came 8-3 with
Class
Pratt
prevails
on the
with
8.
Pinup Betty in a field full of class as she's tracking off.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, this race, we'll move on to the next race in a minute, but this race is the win and you're in it. I'm just going to check that real quick. Breeders' Cup race. This is race 5. I think it's this race. Oh, no, it's not this one. It's the 7th race. There are 2 win and you're in it Breeders' Cup races today. Just to let you know. So the next race that is supposed to be is at Laurel Park. And that race is not until 20 minutes from now. So I will open up Laurel Park. This is race 8. This is the $125,000 race, and it's deputed testimony stake race, and it is going a mile and an eighth, and it's on the dirt, and there are 9 starters in this race, but it looks like we've got 3 scratched. So the one horse is Adero, written by Michael Sanchez. The 5 horse catalytic 2-1. I'm sorry, the 1 horse is 6-1. The 2-1 with Sheldon Russell. He just won the last race. The 6 horse is Barbara Dean Runner at 2-1 with Forrest Boyce. The 7 horse Excellent Start at 14-1 with Freddie Peltrocci. I'm not familiar with him. He's a new one. I gotta figure out who he is, learn him later. The 8 horse is Duke of Duval at 7-2 with Yazid Hazelwood. And the 9 horse Cadet Corpse at 4-1 with Vincent. I'm not even going to try and butcher his last name. The 2, 3, and 4 horses have been scratched in this race. Now I had a little bit of time to look at the past performances. The other 2 just went by too fast, and I didn't get a chance to really look at the past performances on those, or the other 3 races, I should say. So let's take a sneak peek and see if I can figure out at a glance, instantly, at a glance, what I can come up with. Give me glasses. Let's see. Let's see. See if there's anything that kind of stands out that I can sit back and say, yeah, I think this horse will kind of be there. Well, the 1 horse has never been the distance. So I don't know about that one. Hmm. Excuse me. Okay. The 2, which one? 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so I can skip those. The 5. Hmm. The 6. Well, I like the 5 horse. And there are only 6 horses in this race. I'm not as familiar with the jockeys at Laurel Park because I really don't follow Laurel Park like that. I mean, I know the jockeys, but I just don't, I haven't followed them in a really, really long time. So I haven't an opinion one way or the other about the jockeys, but let me. Oh, wrong thing. That's not what I wanted to do. Um, So right now I'm just looking at the 5, maybe the 6. And so is everybody else. Everybody else is looking at the 5 and the 6 too. Well, I said the 5 first. That's the only one that I have a decent hunch on. So I'm going to stick with the 5 and see what happens. And if it doesn't come in, then that's okay. And again, I will do my exactor box and key the 5. So whether it comes over the field, over the 1, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then I would box it just in case it came second. And that's what I would do. Because that that's my first glance. Um, that's what I'm sticking with, and I don't know what else to say on that. Uh, hmm. I'm still looking. I have not. Hmm. Yep, I got nothing. I got nothing. When I say the 8, I don't even remember what I said now. Go back and look again. I know the 5 for sure. But I am also thinking I say the 6. I'm not so sure about the 6. I'm not really sure about the 5, but that's what I'm going with. So that's what I got. So we're gonna move on. The next race. Um I said these have been moving so super fast. Oh, wrong one. Okay, so the next one. Okay. This is the next re-up. This is it. This is it. This is it. Um,
And
I just want to
now,
make sure we're all on the same
coming to
page.
the
There
track,
we go. There we go.
Miss Lady Dabs.
Oh, that's also here. And so the 9th race at Laurel Park is $125,000 race. It's Japan Racing Association Turf Cup Stakes. These are for 3-year-olds and up. It's going 1.125 miles, and it's on the turf currently so far. So there are 9 starters, and it looks like there are 9. Oh, the one horse has been scratched. So the one horse has been scratched in this. Um, so that's where we are. So I can talk a little bit. Oh no, because it's too far out. I'm not going to talk about it yet until I see the live odds on the race. So we still have 11 minutes to uh, Laurel Park. Um, I've given you my tidbit. That's all I got today, or for this particular race anyway, not today. I'm not done with the day yet. Day's just getting started. There are a lot of races today. Um, let's see. Anything interesting? I was going to wait and do the news at the end, but because we've got time and I've got nothing else to talk about as far as this race is concerned. Uh, like I said, my pick is the 5, and I'm going to stick with the 5. I know I said the 6, but everybody is saying the 6. So the only other one that I would have in my head would be the 8. But ain't none of them gonna pay no money, so it doesn't really matter. Unless you put a $50 exactor on it, and I'm still not sure if you're gonna make any money on that. So um uh let's see. Right now it's 9 minutes to post. They've got Laurel Park. They're bringing them out of onto the track. Um, the one horse is still 8-1. The 2, 3, and 4 are scratched. The 5 is 3-2, and I'm looking at the TV. And I don't ever talk about the trainer. I don't know why I don't talk about the trainer. There's no reason why I don't talk about the trainer. I know who the trainers are. I'm just not as familiar with the training world to be able to explain um, or make any comments about the trainers other than I know who's been on the circuit for a long time and who's new, who I'm not familiar with. So I don't talk about the trainers. I don't talk about the train, and I don't talk about the owners either. Although I do know some of the owners too. But right now, um, I'm looking to see. Let's see what else I can talk about. Um, so bear with me. Now we're talking about Gulfstream Park. We still have 6 minutes. Oh, wow. I did not know. I've just pulled up news in um for this week in racing, and I did not know this. I'm just learning this now. Aqueduct Racetrack is closing. I'm literally gonna be, I'm in shock because I loved Aqueduct. Um, After more than 130 years, Aqueduct Racetrack is hosting its final live racing card this weekend. Live racing will be moved permanently to the New York Racing Association, or as the New York Racing Association prepares for the reopen of the newly renovated Belmont Park. The aqueduct property is expected to be redeveloped. I don't know what that means, but wow, that's really really surprising. I had no idea that they were even considering closing um aqueduct. I've been um interested in the horse racing community. Aqueduct was one of my favorite New York um, racetracks that I used to love. My mom loved Saratoga, but I loved Aqueduct because I liked the way the racing went. It was more in my favor, I should say. I didn't. I, yes, sorry, that's my grandson. Yes, they are.
Yeah. All right. So can I go? Can we go to Donald?
After
I
I'm
mean,
done.
can we go to Walmart?
After I'm done here. Can you wait until I'm finished? Just saying. Okay. Anyway, wow, got distracted. Oh, so when I first started getting involved with horse racing, um, and I started learning the tracks and whatnot, New York was one of them, obviously. But like I said, my mom liked Saratoga, and I was more in favor of Aqueduct. So it's pretty sad to hear that they're closing that track. A lot of the tracks that I like, they're closing. So I really shouldn't be surprised, but kind of am. So what can I say? Anyway, it's saying 3 minutes to post uh on the live broadcasting, although it's still saying 11 minutes here on the app. So I'm not sure. Again, like I said from the beginning, I don't know why there's such a lag today. Um, but that's where we are. Um, so what do you think about Aqueduct being closed after so many years? It's at 150 years, 130 years. Sorry, I stand corrected. Let me know what you think. I would really like to hear what you have to say about that, because am I the only one that's um that's has an opinion about this? Well, I don't have an opinion. I'm just sad. I'm just sad. But I don't know what it meant when it said that it was redeveloping Aqueduct. I don't. Are they redeveloping it into something else? I don't know. Um, Not really sure, but we shall see. We've got 1 minute to post. Gulfstream is going off first, the seventh race, and then right after that, it'll be the eighth race at Laurel Park. After the eighth race, the next race I'm going to cover is the ninth race, which is a stake race at Laurel Park. Um, and in between, I'll share some more news that has come up. Um, but the whole aqueduct that just threw me. That just really threw me. That yeah. Um so I'm not covering Gulfstream. I don't know who's winning, but right now the three oh I can't see who's on the inside of the three. That was the 6 horse. Well, it's post time now for Laurel. We're waiting for them to head to the gate. Right now, it looks like they're doing their circle dance. So we're waiting. Churchill Downs has a muddy track today. Believe it or not, I like betting muddy tracks because that's when it's unpredictable and you don't know what horses like to run in the mud and which ones don't. Favorites don't always like running in the mud, which is why I like the muddy tracks. I like the unpredictable races. I know I'm covering the stake races on Saturday because that's the day that I really have free that I can do this. So, and there's so many Saturdays are a big horse racing day. So, and I because I wanted to talk about racing on Saturday, I just chose to pick the stake races because at least um I can talk about it, and I still like the stake races, and they have a little bit more meaning and understanding for me now as I learn more about horse racing and whatnot. They got Monmouth Park going off, so I guess Laurel is going to go off after this. That's why I keep eyeing the TV because I don't want to miss the race. Um, Let me make sure. Nothing has changed because the schedule seems to be fluctuating a little bit. Uh, Colonial Downs, I'm still not sure where Colonial Downs is being televised, but um, Colonial Downs. Oh, there's plenty of time for that one. And there's plenty of time for the next one. So I'm looking at the ones that are kind of right aligned with each other and seeing which one is going to go. Oh wait, did they not show the Laurel Park race? Okay, where are we now? Churchill Down. They decided not to show the Laurel Park race. Oh goodness! And I don't have anywhere else to. Let me see if I can find. It was up on the screen. See if I can find it somewhere else. Okay, Laurel. Laurel Park. Okay.
5-2.
And they don't even give a recap. That's the thing. Um, no. So let me see if I can find. They got race 1. They are putting up the races, but they're delayed. What am I looking at? Race 8. They've got 7. So I guess they'll be putting up race 8 in a minute. So I'm just gonna have to wait on that. Wait until they put it up. Okay, so anyway, moving on to race 9. It's still out too far for me to put the odds. I don't know if they're putting them up every 15 minutes. But anyway, I'll come back to that. In the meantime, I'm going to move on to other news. And I'll come back to the Laurel Race 8 and figure out exactly what's going on. So, in other news, let's see. Oh, they're talking about Churchill Downs, the Stephen Foster Day. Um, the featured race is the prestigious Stephen Foster Stakes, which is one of the country's premier races for older horses. It's also important. Okay, so this is a win and you're in qualifier, meaning the winner earns an automatic spot in the Breeders' Cup Classic. Um, so I'm gonna go over there real quick. I knew it was one of the races, but I didn't know which one. So this was Colonial Down, Churchill Downs. Oh, that's race 11. That's a $2 million race. So yeah, that one's going to be kind of important. That doesn't start until 6:14:15 Eastern time. Um, I'm really bummed that I couldn't see the Laurel Park race. And they're very slow to update. They still have race 7. Yeah. So let's talk about the race 11, Churchill Downs. Let me see if they put up anything. They have not put up anything either. So, okay, so the Stephen Foster stake race is a grade 1 stake race. Like I said, it's the um win and you're in it Breeders' Cup Challenge, and this is for the actual Classic Cup race. Um, and if you want to learn more about the Breeders' Cup, I do on every Thursday starting at 8 p.m. Eastern. And it doesn't run very long, in where it's what I call Dab's Road to Glory, the Breeders' Cup. Um, Classics or the Breeders' Cup races. I talk about everything regarding the Breeders' Cup as I learned because I started that particular um, series because I knew nothing about the Breeders' Cup and I wanted to learn about the Breeders' Cup. And I figured if, as I learn, I can share the knowledge that I have with anyone who's interested in wanting to know more about the Breeders' Cup. So it's um, a weekly live stream that I do to discuss anything regarding Breeders' Cup. So I'm going to be talking about this more for sure in the future, and I probably will be talking about whoever wins this race, um, and just so that we can keep up on what's going on and who the horses are, so that by the time we get to the Breeders' Cup races themselves, which is October 30th and 31st, have a clear knowledge of who the horses are in each division and who we might expect to see in those divisions, um, who we might think might possibly be um, contenders. I mean, to me, I think it's the build up. It's the build up. So that by the time the days come, whether or not, we'd follow enough and obtain enough information to be able to pick the right ones. And, it doesn't always work out that way. But like I said last week, I think it was last week I said that, you don't have to bet on the horses to enjoy horse racing. That's one of the great things about horse racing, like it is about all sports, really. You don't have to bet on them to enjoy them. You don't have to bet on horse racing to enjoy horse racing. You can just look at it, but you still want to have some thrill when you get to the day of the races to be able to say, I want to see this particular horse win, or, you have your favorite and whatnot. So to me, that's what it's all about. But I will admit, I do bet on the races. I just haven't been betting lately. I've been focusing more time on, just talking about it. I'll tell you what I think um, might be a potential contender, but um, other than that, I just haven't bet on them, and I get stupid when I bet on horse racing anyway. I don't follow. Sometimes I do follow the rules, the handicap rules. Sometimes I don't, um, because of the type of races I like to bet on. I rarely, when I'm betting, um, live and I'm spending my money, it's rare that I will bet the stake races because I like the more unpredictable type races like the 2-year-olds, the ones that have never raced before, the starters, because they are just so unpredictable and I enjoy watching them race for the first time and seeing what they can do. And a lot of times they are not, they're not favorites. I mean, the favorite is usually the one horse that knows how to run around the track. That's the favorite, but that doesn't necessarily mean that horse is going to win. So, oh, there's another scratch, looks like. Oh, wait. So did race 8 not go off? Is that what's going on? Because I see a line, the 7 horse has been scratched. So maybe the horse race hasn't even gone off yet. Okay, well, that explains a lot. But it doesn't say anything on TV, so I don't know. I'm kind of behind the times on this one. Um, but anyway, so I thought that was kind of randomly weird that they would have post time and then all of a sudden it just disappears and they don't say anything, and we shall see. So the 7, I didn't mention anything about the 7 anyway. Now we're down to 5 horses in a race. Again, I still would pick the 5. I don't care whether the 5 wins or not. And that's the other thing. When you're betting, stick with your bet. Don't try to cover all the horses unless there isn't a favorite. Even then, I wouldn't try and cover you. You pick a horse and you stick with it. Either it's going to win or it's not. That's the beauty of horse racing. Yeah. Now I'm not sure at all what it just did. I don't know whether it's an issue with the app. Or there's something else going on. Not really sure. But we are going to switch to Woodbine because there is actually 2 minutes to post in the Woodbine race. It just says race ace is off. Race Laurel Park race 8 is off, but we're going to switch over to Woodbine and we're going to the 6th race. Now this one is acting right. So the one horse, Casson, it's going off 2-1, written by Rafael Hernandez. The 2 horse is, and I'll come back and I'll explain, give you the details about the race in a minute. The 3 horses, Magical Factor, going off 9-5, which is the favorite, with Kimura. Oh, he's back in Woodbine. He rides a lot at Santa Anita. I guess Santa Anita's dark right now, so he's back in Woodbine. Fire and Wine going off 8-1. That is with Slade Jones. The 4 horse is Yoshi going off 7-1. That's with Fraser Abley. The 5 horse is Bruschetto going off 10-1 with Ryan Munger. And the 6 horse, Yukon Striker going off 3-1 with Pedro Moran. They're getting the last horse in the track in the race now.
Stand by for a start. They're set to run. Off in the Marine and best into stride. Magical Factor. Written hard is
this is a $150,000 Marine stake race. These are 3-year-olds and up. They're going about a mile in the 16th, and they're on all-weather surface.
Again, eager to go
right now, the 1 and the 3, 1, 3, 2
takes the drop is about
are
2
in the lead.
away. Coming forward is Yoshi and back second last.
Right now, the 1 horse is the favorite.
Striker. About 6.5 covers them. Yukon Striker starting to edge up from the back. Casson in front. Fire and 1 on the outside, testing Casson every step of the way as they go inside the 5/8. They're 3.5 to Magical Factor. 1 away Yoshi. Wider on the track. Yukon Striker. Raquetto has some speed to target here and is sticking to the inside at the back. Showing the way at the half-mile, Casson by 3 parts in the Marine. Fire and Wine second. Right behind them, Magical Factor's only a length away. Another length to Yukon Striker as they bunch up. Yoshi getting back in the center and up the inside. Raquetto has run. They go inside the 3/8 and Casson in front. Giving ground, Fire and Wine's drop right out. Going to second, Magical Factor. Off the track, Yukon Striker, Yoshi, and the rail presents to Bricketto and is starting
so
to
the 5 has dropped to the, I mean, the 3 has dropped to the last.
Casson. They're out by about 3 lengths to Bricketto in the stretch, and Magical Factor Getting out off the track in the lead. Casson kicks on. Bricketto trying to come after both of them. Magical Factor opens up, drifting about. Bricketto's making a good run now and weakening his Casson. Bricketto the danger. And Bricketto sprouting wings on the outside. Bricketto on the outer. And Bricketto's going to get up at the wire. Just wins.
Ooh, the
Wins the
5-horse
main, narrowly
won
from
it
Magical Factor.
18 to
Casson. The
1.
gap away was Yukon Striker.
Wow.
144.94.
Wow. The 5-horse won the race at 18 to 1. The 2-horse came second. I don't know who came third, but the fact that you got a $38 horse on top. But Woodbine, I don't really talk about Woodbine much, and I enjoy the races at Woodbine. Woodbine is in Canada. They are pretty famous for their long shots. I bet them a lot. I used to bet them a lot. I haven't bet them a lot lately. Uh, they are still not talking about. Let's go back to the Aphid. I wonder if something happened. But it has gone off. The 6-horse Barbadian runner. I should have stuck with my first instinct. I did say 5-6 out of my mouth the first time, and then I said, no, I'm going for Catalyt. This one I lost because he came third. I would have, he didn't even place, so, but it came 6-1-5. But it's so weird that they didn't show that race. That just let me see if they put it up now and where. Let's see. No, they're still not putting up race 8. So I'm thinking something may have happened in that race. Not really sure. But I'm thinking something may have happened in that race and they just didn't televise it for whatever reason. But the next race, so we got Woodbine out of the way. The next one we were supposed to be looking at, since we're kind of all over the map today, Colonial Downs. That's another one. I'm not sure where that one is going to be televised. Colonial Downs, race 7. That's in 6 minutes. Well, it's not on this channel. Let me see if I can. Probably not going to be on the other channel either. But we will check it. Oh, wrong thing. Back. The weird thing about I'm finding with the horse race channels is there's only 2 channels. If there's a third, I'm not familiar with it. Let's see if it's on this channel. Because I think well, before I say anything, it's in a commercial, so I can't really tell. I have to take these off. These are bugging me. Five minutes to post. This one is 20 minutes still. And this one's 13. I'm sorry. I'm waiting to see what next, and it's got commercial after commercial after commercial, and it's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so I was on one channel and it had horse racing. Then it switched to soccer. And I'm like, okay, well, that's not necessarily what I wanted to watch. So I had to switch to another channel. It's so crazy. But I still don't know which race because they haven't said which race is supposed to be the next race up. So I'm waiting to see. They're talking about Aqueduct. And the race is at Aqueduct. Okay. Oh, so I'm guessing Colonial Downs is not on this channel either. So, and it's funny with this app, some of them will come up with live racing. Oh, they're covering the Monmouth Park race. Some of them will come with a button in where you can watch live racing, but I would think that it would be the races that aren't as accessibly available on TV, but I guess not. No, they're talking about 1 minute to post for the Colonial Downs. Colonial Downs. This is
Good evening, everyone, from Colonial Downs.
nope, that's not the live race. Nope, that's not it either. Yeah, Colonial Downs is not. live. Virginia. Oh well. So we'll just have to wait and see what the results are for this one. I've really been trying to find 3 months ago. Oh, they got this guy. I see him on TV, but I don't see. I don't see any racing for today at Colonial Downs. So, see if I can filter today live. There's
Now
this
I'll try
guy,
to
but he
get that
doesn't.
other double or pick three. 357 to the 1.
Nope. So, what I'm going to do is just move on, and we'll have to figure out who is going to be the winners of this race when they post the odds, because I just can't find anything about it. Real quickly, this is the Colonial Downs. Uh, Brookmead Stake Race going off at the purse is $125,000. The race is 1 1/16 of a mile. It's on the turf, and there are 7 starts in this race, and they're fillies and mares. Um, and they're 3-year-olds and up. Keep an eye out on Churchill. We got 5 minutes to post on Churchill. So, just to give you a quick rundown, the one horse is 5 to 1. That's late night call with Jareth Loveberry, uh, Quadra at 7 to 2 with Antonio Gallardo. The 3 is CC Commander 43 to 1 with Ismairo via Villalobos. Red-headed stepchild at 30 to 1 on the 4 with Horatio Carmanos. The 5 is Sun Cross at 6 to 1 with Javian Toledo. The 6 is Buzz Away at 9 to 2 with Daniel Centeno. And the 7 is Day to Day, which is Evie Money with Paco Lopez. Okay, just for a quick and dirty one, I would put my money on a 7 with Paco any day. So I'm gonna go back to the race at, I know Churchill Downs is being televised, so I'm gonna go back to that one. FanDuel Racing. Okay, so yeah, it's 3 minutes to put. Oh, it synced for whatever reason. 3 minutes to post. For Churchill Downs, I don't know who she's talking to, but they're talking to somebody. So I clearly did not talk about this race at all. This is the 7th race at Churchill Downs. This is a $500,000 race. This is also a Breeders' Cup win, and in it, I'm not even going to try and butcher the name of the stake race. It's going a mile and an eighth on the dirt. There are 5 horses. These are all mares, 4-year-olds and up. The one horse has been scratched. The 2 regaled. That one sounds familiar. 4-1 with Tyler Gaffleon. Immersive at 3-2 with Irad Ortiz. Just My Heels 14-1 with Keith Asmussen, and Shed the Gnar with at 3-5 with Luis Saez. That's the favorite. I don't have opinion in this race. There are only 4 horses in this race, and I'm not even gonna waste my time. So while we're waiting for that one, at least we can see that one coming. Colonial Downs, is that one off yet? This one is off, so we'll have to come back and see what the results are for that one. I'm just going to move on. The next race that we're going to be covering is the 9th race at Laurel. They're not televising Laurel anymore, so we have to wait for the results of that one. So Laurel and Colonial Downs, we're waiting for the results of that one. Churchill Downs, the one race is going off in about a minute. And the next one is Delaware Park. So I've got Churchill Downs, Colonial, Laurel, race 9. So these 2 are going off right now. Delaware, let's see where we are with Delaware. I'll keep opening up these windows. At some point it's going to freeze on me because I've got too many windows open. Delaware Park, the last race. Oh, Delaware Park is getting ready to go off too. So while we're waiting, so this is the Kent race at Delaware Park. This is a $150,000 race. This is going about a mile and an eighth on a turf. Oh no, they switched it to dirt because of the sloppy track. There were 9 horses in this race so far. 2 have been scratched. The one is Chamberville, 3-1. Jockey is Christopher Elliott. Oh, they're off.
It starts for both Immersive and Shred the Gnar. The 2 of them step out right off the mark, and they're 1-2, and they've already gone 5 clear of the other 2. Regaled and In Just My Heels are 3rd and 4th, and they're 8 lengths behind Immersive and Shred the Gnar, who hit the clubhouse turn head-and-head. Immersive inside, Shred the Gnar.
Right now, the 3 and the 5 are in the lead.
They've now gone 10 clear.
They're like way
Regaled
in the
is
lead.
through to the inside into 3rd, and Just My Heels is 4th. Let's see the quarter, 23-1. It's a sharp tempo, and it's a match race up top. Immersive inside and Shred the Gnar right alongside 2nd. So the 2 of them 1-2 down the backstretch. Immersive with a short lead, and Shred the Gnar is not letting her get away. Still a big break. Back to Regaled and In Just My Heels. The opening half in 47 seconds flat. There's 4 furlongs to go, and this race continues up top. Shred the Gnar and Immersive onto the far turn. Shred the Gnar turns up the dial on Immersive. The 2 of them knocking heads around the far turn. Shred the Gnar put a nose in front right outside the 3/8. Shred the Gnar the leader. Immersive is coming under a ride. Coming under a full-out ride, but is back to 2nd now. A clear 2nd as Shred the Gnar starts to get away with a quarter mile to go.
Come on, Saez, on that 5.
pulls off the turn. Immersive is back into second, but is fighting on. Immersive is not quite backing down on Shred the
Oh,
Nar.
he sure
In
isn't.
fact,
He is
Immersive
coming back.
on Shred the Nar. In the meantime, Regaled is third and trying to close. Immersive has come back.
He sure did. Wow.
Immersive comes away with the lead. And Regaled catch her on the wire.
No.
Immersive held on. Immersive beat Regaled. Shred the Nar dueled into defeat back to third.
So the 3-horse immersive won this race. So the 3-horse is now in the Win and In It Breeders' Cup. I don't know which division that she's going to end up in, but there you have it. So we will be talking about immersive a little bit more on Thursday. So that race is done. Let's see if Colonial Downs is done. Yep, Colonial Downs. What did I say? I would put my money on Paco. I know my Paco. I know he doesn't like to lose, so it doesn't surprise me that he won the race. So it came 7-5-2. So that's the Colonial Downs Brookmead Stake Race for 120K. So that one is over with. So we can move on from that one. The Laurel Park, the 9th race, that one's done. I didn't get a chance to talk about this one at all. The 8-horse won the race. Came 8-3-2. 8-3, that was with Sheldon Russell, and 2, that's with Angel Cruz. Oh, they are playing. They are.
Avenue racing in third position as they move to that turn run. And next is a Bourbon for Toby, who's a bit off the inside. A close fourth and only 3
This
lengths
is
from
the
early
Laurel
speed.
Park.
Out wide is Balloony Heart Spun.
We see who won, but I still want to hear the race.
For second to last. And Truly Quality is in the back of this field as they have 8 lengths from front to back. Racing down the backstretch now, and it is thundering. On top in a 24-3 opening quarter mile. And so Thundering controlling the pace from Nelson Avenue, kept close there second. And a Bourbon for Toby on hold on the outside in third position. A length and a half more. What Say Thee is in fourth, and Balloony is in fifth. Hard Spawn Reason is next. Followed by Crisper, and Truly Quality has to pick it up. The pace has been moderate so far. 48-1 for the half mile. Thundering rolls to the third turn with a narrow lead from Nelson Avenue, still right there in second, and a Bourbon to Toby on the outside is stoking up a run while 3 deep on the course. Another 2 to What Say Thee, who's fourth right off the trio of leaders at the top of the stretch. Then Hard Spun Reason and Crisper saving ground. They make the turn for home. Thundering is let loose by Yedson Hazelwood. A Bourbon for Toby's trying to get by, but stuck in second at this point with a furlong left to go. On the inside, Crisper is offering a late bid. The far outside, What Say Thee, Thundering, furlong from home, and a 3-length lead from the back of the pack. Truly Quality finishing with a flourish. Truly Quality's coming on the outside for second, but it's Thundering all the way. Thundering and Yedson Hazelwood from Truly Quality and What Say Thee.
Okay, so they showed the 9th race at Laurel Park. They never showed the 8th race at Laurel Park. That let me know that something happened at Laurel Park during the 8th race, because I am actually on the Laurel Park YouTube channel, and they have shown every race up until the 7th. They are not showing that 8th race, so something happened during that race. So anyway, that was the race at Laurel Park. Gulfstream Park was the next. Oh no, sorry. Delaware is not being televised for sure. And they're not replaying that race at all. So this was the 8th race at Delaware Park. And I talked about this one. This was the Kent stake race. It was going off. It was the purse was $150,000. It was a turf race that went on the dirt. And as you can see, the favorite, the one horse, didn't come. He came third, but I bet you it's because he didn't like the dirt. He's a turf racer. But anyway, so these were the win, place, and show winners for that particular race at Delaware Park. The other race they didn't show either was the 8th race at Gulfstream. Now I see the 9th race, but they didn't show the 8th race at Gulfstream Park. Gulfstream Park, that was a carryback stake race. It was $100,000. It went 7 furlongs on the dirt, and it had 8 starters, and 3 of them were scratched. But anyway, these were the winners in that particular stake race. The 3, the 7, and the 5. So there's that one. I'm gonna close this one too because I've got too many of them open, I believe. So I've covered. So the next race, see if they're gonna show this one. Nope, they don't even have Laurel Park on here. Which is the Frank J. DeFrancis Memorial Dash. Try saying that 3 times fast. Dash stake race. But now that I know that's in 28 minutes, they're not televising it. At least I know not to even plan to watch that one. In fact, the next one is probably going to be televised is Woodbine race 7. But I will talk about them. So anyway, this is the 10th race at Laurel Park. And it's the last stake race at Laurel Park today. It's $175,000. It's going 6 furlongs. There are 10 starts in this race with 3-year-olds and up, and 4 of those 10 have been scratched. I'm guessing it's still because of the weather. The 2-horse Wicked Divine at 17-1 with Yarnin Barbados. The 4-horse Pentathlon Leon at 9-5 with Sheldon Russell. The 7th horse Padingus Twin at 7-1 with Yedsid Hazelwood. He's been doing real well today. I think he's won a couple of races today. Sheldon, I know, has won a couple also. The 8-horse Fawcett at 6-1. That's with Michael Sanchez. And I know Michael. I follow Mike at Parks. He rides at Parks. Celtic Contender at 6-1 is with Forrest Boyce, and him at 6-5, which is the favorite, is Rafael Bajarano. Rafael, no, he usually runs out of New York, but this is a stake race, so it doesn't surprise me that he's there. I have to look at my past performances to figure out that race. Let's go to Colonial Downs because that's the next one, supposedly. So this one's 13 minutes. This one is 24. So this one, the Colonial Downs, is coming first, looks like. Right now it looks like they're only televising Woodbine, Gulfstream Park, Churchill Downs. Keep pushing the wrong button. Okay, go back to the other. Okay, let's see what's happening on the other channel. Eventually, I'm going to redo a whole setup of where I have 2 TVs and where I can just go back and forth between the 2 TVs instead of having to go back and forth between the 2 channels. And that way I can be more on top of what's going on. But because, what race is this? Well, this is Aqueduct. I don't need Aqueduct. I don't have a single stake race at Aqueduct. I probably should be watching Aqueduct since I know now that it's the last races to be. That's really sad. I'm still really sad about that. Anyway, so we talked about the Laurel race. The Colonial Downs race is $125,000. It's the Edward P. Evans stake race, going a mile in the 16th, and there are 7 starts. And it looks like all 7 will be racing. There have been no scratches. This is 3-year-olds and up, and there's 11 minutes to post for that race. 21 minutes to post for the Laurel race. So Virginia Fitz at 10-1 with Daniel Centeno. Omaha at 7-2 with Horatio Caramanos. Green Beans at 8-5 with Paco Lopez. The 4 is Sendero at 15-1 with Jareth Loveberry. War Humor at 5-1 with Harvian Toledo. Aviette Class at 6-1 with Malcolm Franklin, and Ray of Sunshine at 4-1 with Rashawn Latchman. So those are the starts in this race. At first glance, I'm always going to bet on Paco, whether he wins or not. I'm going to always bet on him. Now, who else outside of him would I bet on? Let's see. This is Colonial. Weird. There we go. Let's see. Hmm. Okay, so outside of Paco, I actually like the 7. I don't know why. Mm, yeah, all I got is the 3 and the 7. I don't know about anybody else. Yeah, scratching my head on that one. And that's what I'm sticking with, the 3 and the 7. Laurel, let's go back to Laurel. What have I got for Laurel? This one's going 6 furlongs. Let's see. I am actually liking the 10. I mean, there's 6 horses in this race. Maybe the 7. These are first glance that I'm going with. The 10 and the 7. I got nothing else for this one either. If I stare at it too long, I change my mind and I end up doing the wrong thing like I did with the 5 and the 6 earlier. I stared at it too long. I kept the 5, but I dropped the 6. That's not what I do. Because race 9 is coming up at Gulfstream Park. Now it's just 17 minutes here. It's saying 1 minute there. So I don't know which one is right or wrong. Anyway, Cooey 9-1 with Rashad Hughes. 3 is Indy Bay at 3-5, which is the favorite, with Micah Husbands. The 4 is Carrie's Kiss. Oh, I'm so confused. Anyway, Gulfstream Park. race 9. I'm looking at the right race. Saying post time, and it's still saying 15 minutes here. Anyway, Carrie's Kiss 4-1 with Edwin Gonzalez. Gallup de I know I'm pronouncing that right. Gallup de Armes 15-1 with Sammy Camacho. Braganzia at 29-1 with Lionel Reyes. And Just a Philly at 3-1 with Diego Herrera. So I'm just waiting to see what they're doing. Because right now they're showing Churchill Downs race 8. And that's in 8 minutes. But the Gulfstream is the one that's throwing me. So this one, race 10 at Laurel, I said 7:10. Colonial Downs, I said the 3. And what else I said behind that? Was that also the 7? I don't remember what I said now. And then Gulfstream Park, I haven't even looked at yet because I don't know whether it's actually going off right now. It's saying post time, Gulfstream Park 9. Here it's saying 14 minutes. I know I keep repeating myself, but I'm not sure why it's saying that. So and that should be Woodbine. I don't even see Woodbine. They're focusing everything on Churchill Downs right now. Yeah, see, this one's already gone off. Okay, I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to replay this one, see if it'll replay.
This field is set to run. They stand well. Off they race. And best away narrowly, Western Whirl coming fast on the inside for the lead. It is Miss Vivian who runs to the front from Western Whirl. A length away, ready to collect on the pace, and coming through near the inside is Foxtrot Anna. And also finding a seam up the inside, GT500. In between runners, Golden Afternoon's about 2.5 off the pace. The early trailer is Outlaw Kid, and showing the way Miss Vivian. Right behind is GT500 and Western World going up a clear second again. Around the outside, ready to collect. Golden Afternoon in the centre, lost a touch of ground there. Making ground, Foxtrot Anna. Outlaw Kid will have to come from absolute last inside the quarter. Turning in the Highlander and showing the way is Miss Vivian by a length. GT500 on the inside of Western Whirl. Outlaw Kids in the clear, is about 6 lengths off the pace, starting to build a run, but is well behind it. And as they come down inside the final furlong, Miss Vivian, and she is not stopping. Miss Vivian is going to take them all the way in the Highlander, wins 2 lengths. Western Whirl and Outlaw Kid on the outside in the show photo with on the rails. GT500 the top 4. The time 56.
Okay, so this was the $200,000 purse race. Bet 365 Highlander stake race. It was 5 furlongs, so it wasn't going very far. 5 furlongs on the turf, and it had 7 horses in the race, and these are obviously the results. So at least you got to see that replay for that particular race. So yeah, they're putting up the time for the when the post is supposed to happen, but they're not showing the races. I'm not sure why they're not showing the races, but they're not. Because Gulfstream Park is off. Laurel Park has 9 minutes. This one is off, and they're not showing the race. Looks like the only track that they're showing now is Churchill Downs. That's it. So let's see. And Churchill Downs does not have any. Gulfstream Park does not have any live racing. So we just have to wait for that one. Okay. I gotta ask the question. Let's see. Oh, so TVG is eliminating several tracks, particularly those no longer broadcasting on TV networks, host their own live streams online. You can watch Gulfstream Park on. What the heck is that? Oh. Do you have to pay for this? Watch live racing. Santa Anita and Gulfstream. Well, I just learned something new. Huh. Um, the only thing is, I don't know if it'll let me sign in to any of these applications that you can watch on to see the races because of the area that I'm in, because they don't have, it's illegal to do any horse betting on the channel. So I'm going to have to look into that after I'm not going to look into it now and see if there's a way to be able to watch it, because right now the only racing that they are showing, the only track that they're actually showing live on FanDuel TV is Gulfstream Park. Churchill Downs. So none of the other races are going to be televised. So we just have to wait and see what comes up. So Gulfstream Park, the 4-horse won the race, came 4-3-7 at Gulfstream Park. And I thank you for hanging in there and bearing with me, because this is all new. It just happened within the last hour, because before then everything else was being televised with the exception, including, I won't say with the exception, including Delaware Park. The only one that wasn't being televised was Colonial Downs. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But now the only thing that's being televised is Churchill Downs. So, oh wait, this is
Second, Immortalized is tucked inside now. Third, Bust Out reserved back into fourth. Comport is fifth, and Fullman is sixth, and Brave Force
see,
is
I'm
seventh.
so
as they turn to the
discombobulated.
backstretch
This
run.
would be the
Luis Saez and Thousand Sticks get an opening quarter in 23 and 3. Shadowed by Alpiland second. They're 1-2 and Immortalized under a long hold inside, while third just 2.5 lengths off the leader. And then it's Bust Out, followed by Fullman and Comport and Brave Force, less than 4 furlongs to go. And Thousand Sticks to catch as they hit the far turn. Thousand Sticks leads by a length. Alpiland has been poised in second throughout and is given a nudge to pick it up from there. Immortalized is tucked
so
inside, needs
it's
to find a path forward.
4,
It's waiting in behind the top 2.
6,
Bust Out is fourth as they
and
hit the
1.
top of the stretch. Alpiland sidles up alongside a Thousand Sticks. Alpiland takes the lead, but Immortalized is taken off cover and is targeting Alpiland with a furlong to go.
Here come the
Alpiland
6.
is set down
He's
for
the
drive and
favorite.
is holding on. Immortalized is trying hard, but is still second with a 16th to go. Alpiland turned back Immortalized, and Alpiland is going to do it. And score by 4. Immortalized held second. Brave Force from last to be third, and Bust Out was fourth.
So this one came 6,
In a
1.
repeat of the Penn Mile, Alpiland going to finish ahead of Immortalized. Alpiland handling the added distance just fine today.
Okay. Came 6, 1, and I don't know who came third in this race. Let's go back to Laurel Park.
I want
So,
to go to Walmart.
do you hear me live streaming? Do you hear me talking?
Yeah.
Okay, so why would you interrupt while I'm talking? At this particular moment, I don't really care what you want to do.
Rainy.
Yes, it is. It's raining. So can I finish what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Thank you. So Laurel Park came 10, 9, 2, 8. And I said either the 10 or the 7. The 10, I think, was the only thing I had in my head at the time. So that's where we came with that one. Church, this one. Colonial Downs came 5, 1, 3, 4. Did I even say in this one the 3? Yeah, I did. I said either the 3 or the 7. Came third, so I didn't hit that one either. Churchill Downs, we just talked about. Woodbine, we watched, so I'm good with that. So I'm gonna close this one. I gotta start all over again. Look at this one. Look at Laurel, Churchill Downs. So the next one is actually at, this is Belmont, but they're talking about Aqueduct. I cannot see them having. Oh yeah, they are having 2 minutes on the turf. Let's see if I can pull this one up. It's saying Belmont, but it said Aqueduct. That's what's throwing me. So we've got Churchill Downs, race 8. We just watched race 8 at Churchill Downs, did we? Why is the purse different? Yeah, we just watched this one. It says $280,000 American Derby. It says 275 on my sheet. This is race 8. A mile in the 16th on the turf. They did do the turf, and it was 9 and 2 were scratched. Okay. So now we're going to Gulfstream now. Is Belmont. And then the next one is Churchill Downs. We only had one at Belmont Aqueduct today in New York today. They're heading to the gate. They've done their circle dance. Oh, brother and sister are racing. So I'll give you all the details. This is a $150,000 stake race, Ashley T. Cole stake race, going 6 furlongs. They're on the turf. There were 10 starters in this race, 3 of scratch, so there's 7. And these are 3-year-olds and up. And they're all in the gate.
Dancing Buck with a sharp start from the outside. Courtney Banker's in that early mix. Sacrosanct is there too, and now pushing through at the rail. Here comes Warrello. Warrello now challenges Sacrosanct, and these two hook up in the early stages. Warrello now a neck in front. Sacrosanct is not going anywhere. It's going to push this pace as they get set to work towards that far turn.
In this race,
Courtney
the
Banker
one
is
horse
now
is the
also
favorite
to
at
outside
2
Dancing
to
Buck.
1.
Behind them, Bold Journey. Run Curtis Run and the Triller. 3B, 22.71 for that opening quarter mile. Warrello has the lead. It's Warrello trying to shrug off Sacrosanct, who continues to just stay right to the outside of this leader. Courtney Banker with a nice journey, and Katie Davis now switches to the outside 3 wide. 4 wide will be Dancing Buck. Inside, it's Bold Journey is going to stay to the inside and save some ground. Warrello turns them for home. Warrello is in front, just trying to put away Sacrosanct, who starts to lose some ground. Bold Journey starts to make up ground here for Kendrick Harmouche, but Warrello is very game. Warrello is in front, and Warrello just keeps on going.
Yeah, the one
Warrello
horse
back up by a
won.
length and a half.
Came
Give it
1,
to
2,
Warrello
6.
to win the Ashley T. Cole. Holding second there was Sacrosanct and
What did I say? The 1, 2, and 6. Came in on those horses. So we're done with that. Let's see. Stake race. Oh, that's not going to be for a while yet. So the next race, Churchill Downs 9. I think we just saw that. Churchill Downs. Oh, 9th race. This is the one that's coming up. I don't know why I have this here. I'm gonna mark it off because that's not right. Churchill Downs. The 9th race at Churchill Downs, and then it looks like Woodbine. I want to let me play it live here. I don't know if I should play it live because I don't want to get dinged. That's the problem. I don't know if they're going to ding me for. At least I don't want to show it. I wonder if I can. I'm going back to the other racing channel. That's all I'm doing, changing channels. Let's see.
Louise is further across. And to the outside is Tulip for Alex Ashard.
Oh yeah, I can
Stand by for a start. In the Celine Stakes, this field is set to run. Locked. On their way, and a very nice break toward the inside, Luster. And driving to the front, classic move soon after. A wide move by Tulip, going up nicely on the outside. In the center, Lake Louise, and there's a lot of pace being shown here, and they're all going for that real rush out the stretch. Dixie Law on the inside. Next to last is Bold Time, and dropping to the tail is Katie's Grace. And still no real settling in the pace, and showing up in front by about a length is Tulip, and burst away by 2 lengths and got across from the outside to lead the field in the Celine. Lying in second, Classic Move. A length and a half away in third is Lake Louise. Tucked away is Luster on the inside. A length and a half behind them came on the outside Bold Time, and on the rails Dixie Law, who settled well. A length away last is Katie's Grace, and about 6 lengths covers the field. As they settle into that pattern, showing the way Tulip for Alex Ashard by a length and a half. In second place in Classic Move, lying third Luster, scraping paint, and on the outside Lake Louise. Dixie Law is traveling nicely behind them, creeping into it. A length away second last Bold Time, and last is Katie's Grace, the half 47 and 4 off the turn in the Celine, and the leader remains Tulip. Tulip by a length. In second placing is Classic Move, and on the inside Luster is gaining very, very nicely, and they've got away by 2 to Dixie Law, who's chiming in as they come to the final quarter, and Luster's off the inside challenging Tulip, and as they turn for home, the Greys in front. Tulip by a long neck. Now Luster races up, and Luster took over. Down the center, Dixie Law's the danger. Luster burst away, and it is Fraser Abley and Luster by 2 lengths. Running home is also Katie's Grace and Dixie Law. Luster full of run. Luster, plenty of Luster, wins the Celine, wins by a length and 3/4 to 2 lengths over on the inside Katie's Grace, the outer Dixie Law, 7 to Tulip, and the rest headed by a weakening Bold Time. The race is 1:44.06.
Okay, so I moved it. Now I don't know how to move it back. I don't even know where it is.
The winner is 2 Luster. It's a photo for place, and the Celine
but I
Stakes
don't
in
know
the
what I
first
did
quarter,
with
they
it.
went 23 and 1, the half 47 and 4, 3/4 112 and 4, the mile 137 and 2, and the final time 1:44.06.
Okay. Yep, I don't know where it went. Well, that sucks. Hang on. Let's see if I can find out how to cut this off now. Because I moved the window.
Two and a photo.
See, it's still talking. I don't know how to.
For second, Katie's Grace. 1 is third, Dixie Law. 7 is fourth, Tulip. 2417.
Okay, maybe that closed it. I don't know. That's what I'm going with. I don't hear it anymore, so I guess I did it. Oh, so good to know. All I have to do is just close the tab and it'll close everything. Okay. So that was which Woodbine? Oh no, it's still race 8. So that was the Celine stake race. $150,000 race. It's on the all-weather track. There were 7 in the race. So I'm just gonna close this one just in case. If it comes back up, I might have to close it all and come back. It's so odd that you can't, once you move it, can't get it back. This is the 9th race. It says 9 minutes. The next race after that is again at Woodbine. So let me go back to Woodbine. So that's race 9. Pardon me. So Churchill Downs, race 9, starts in 8 minutes. Woodbine, after that, starts about 25 minutes. That's race. Churchill. All right, so race 9 at Churchill Downs is the banjo stake race. It's the 9th race at $275,000. Going 6.5 furlongs on the dirt. There are 7 starts in this race, and it looks like oh, lost my train of thought. Oh, looks like the two has been scratched. So there's 6 horses in this race now. So um
And now,
that's gonna be
coming
the
to the
next
track,
race that's coming up. After that,
Miss Lady
it's
Dabbs.
the 9th race at Woodbine. So this is going to be the Dominion Day Stake Race. Going a mile in the 8 on a all-weather track. There's 7 starts in this race also. And these are for 4-year-olds and up. The other one at Churchill Downs are for 3-year-olds and up. So let's start with Churchill Downs since it's going to be starting shortly. 7 minutes. You Devil You at 10-1. The jockey is Johnny V. The 2 has been scratched, like I said. The 3, Harold'sbury at 5-2 with Luis Saez. The 4 is Gold Sweet at 15-1 with Amar Mendez, Mendoza. The 5 Extra Anayo at 7-1 with Jose Ortiz. The 6 is Dr. Van Vinkman at 3-2, which is the favorite with Joel Rosario, and the 7 is Built 2-1 with Irad Ortiz. Let's see. First glance. Do I have time for that? This is the 9th race at Churchill. Okay. The 2 is scratched. This is going 6.5 furlongs. Hmm. Well, I do like the 6, but I like Randomly Weird. But I like the 3. Who's on the 3? Oh, with Saez. The 7 doesn't look bad either. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of looking at. I like the 3. I keep saying I like the 3. I do like the 3. But the 4 is not bad. And the 7 is not bad. I don't know, there are too many horses. 3, 4, 7, 6. That's almost all the horses in the race. I did say I like the 6. Then I said I like the 3. I don't know. I can't. I'm not sure I would bet this race. Because the 3, 4, 6, and 7 look really good. And they're about evenly matched. And I don't know how to break it down from there. So I just wouldn't bet this race at all. It's 2 minutes to post. Woodbine, we still got 18 minutes.
Can I go? I need to go.
I'm still online, Trey. Okay, 1 minute to post. Okay, so they are heading to the gate.
And Harrodsburg broke right on top. Harrodsburg, the leader as they exit the chute. Gold Sweep up into second now. Dr. Venkman outside third. Built moves up into fourth as Extra Deho is shuffled back into fifth. The trailer slow starting UW. The leader is Harrodsburg, and it's a clear lead with 5 furlongs to go. Gold Sweep in pursuit second. Built inches forward. Built is now up into third on the outside. Dr. Venkman is back into fourth. Extra Anejo moves over to the inside, and so does Dr. Venkman in behind these leaders. At the back is UW as Harrodsburg gets an opening quarter in just 22 and 4. Well within his scope. Harrodsburg rounds to far turn. Built in pursuit. Dr. Venkman down inside third. Gold Sweep, Extra Neho, and UW. They're at the quarter pole. Harrodsburg is off the turn. Built is poised in second. Swaps leads right outside the 3/16 and is set down for the drive. Harrodsburg's having.
Come on, 3. Stay up there.
Furlong.
Come on, 3.
Desperately trying to fend off Built. Built continues to find stride. UW third, 50 to go. Harrodsburg and Built. Harrodsburg never let Built get by. Harrodsburg goes gate to wire. Built was
I
second.
said I like the
UW
3.
was third, and it's tight for fourth.
I don't know what happened to the 6. Well, I mean, the 7th was second.
Harrodsburg was
I don't know who came
late,
third.
but he's going to get the job done.
I don't know who came third. Let's see. Came 3, 7. It's like the one came third. 3714. All right. I am going to take a quick break and I will be back in about 10 minutes. So stay tuned. The next race that we're going to be covering will be the Woodbine stake race that's starting in about 10, 12, 13 minutes. So I'll be back in a few minutes. And I look forward to seeing you then. Bye.
All right. So can I go to me? I mean, can I go to?
Coming to the track, Miss Lady Dabs.
Hey, I'm back, and we are here waiting for the 9th race at Woodbine. It's got 0 minutes to post. Sorry, I got a quick tickle in the throat, so that didn't help. Once again, I'm gonna go live.
Warriors Gangster. And now almost right. Runaway again stands well. Rafael Hernandez, Notorious Gangster. Move up. They're set to run. Locked up.
Down here.
Racing in the Dominion Day, and Paramount Prince began in front on the inside. Away okay, Runaway again, and Sogin moving up. Wyoming Bill the center, Notorious Gangster on the outside. And going to the rail is Swift Delivery, and last is Whiskey and Soda, only about 4 lengths first to last. Controlling the pace, Paramount Prince. Paramount Prince shows the way out the stretch by a length to Sogin. Runaway again is attending the pace pretty closely. And on the outside, caught 3 wide, is Notorious Gangster around Wyoming Bill. As they pack right up, Swift Delivery is on the inside next to last, and a length and a half to Whiskey and Soda. Paramount Prince shows the way for Fraser Abley as they head up the back stretch by over a length. In second is Sogin. Runaway again is third. Now getting closer to the inside, Notorious Gangster fourth from Wyoming Bill. On the inside, Swift Delivery back to second last. And the trailer is Whiskey and Soda. There's been a little shift to position, and that's good for Paramount Prince.
So
Paramount Prince continues to make play in front, and they race along towards the half mile with a lead of a length and a half to Sogin. Runaway again is third, picking up on the inside of Notorious Gangster. A length and a half, Wyoming Bill called upon. Next to last, Swift Delivery, and last is still Whiskey and Soda. They went 50-3 the half mile. Paramount Prince in front, getting to work Sogin. Runaway again on the inside. Notorious Gangster the outer. And they start the sprint down towards the final quarter, chasing Paramount Prince by over a length and a half to Sogin. Runaway again, Notorious Gangster, Wyoming Bill, and then Swift Delivery and Whiskey and Soda as heads turn for home. Leading the way, Paramount Prince a length. Runaway again, Sogin and Notorious Gangster the outside. Swift Delivery's running on. Paramount Prince taken on by Runaway again. Runaway again coming up on the outside. It is Paramount Prince and Runaway again. Runaway again on the outside, full of run. Runaway again narrowly, and Runaway again has won the Dominion Day from Paramount Prince, Swift Delivery, and Wyoming Bill. The race time 1.
So that race, it came 2-1. I don't know what came third, but it wasn't 7. 7 went backwards. I don't know what happened to that horse, but it went backwards. So that's the race at Woodbine. At Churchill Downs, we missed that race, and I kind of figured that was going to happen because I had to take a break. So it came. Oh no, we saw this race before I took a break because I like the 3-horse, and the 3-horse won the race. It came 3-7-1. So those 2 are off. The next race that is supposed to be is the 8th race at Lone Star. It's the the next race is the 10th race at Churchill Downs. And that's 13 in 13 minutes. It is the Wise Dan stake race. It's going
now,
a mile and the 16th.
Coming to the track,
There are 9 starters.
Miss Lady Dabs.
All 9 are going to be running. The first is 4-year-olds and up. See if I can get this one back on. Because I think Churchill Downs is the only one that it's showing right now. So, yeah, 11 minutes to post. So, let's go through the horses. One is Silent Heart, going off 17-1 with Luis Saez. Laganos at 7-5, which is the favorite, written by Jose Ortiz. Mercantile at 20-1, written by Flavian Jarou. The 4 is Chasing the Crown at 5-1, written by Flavian Pratt, and his name is Florent Jarou, Flavian Pratt. The 5-horse Flying Mohawk at 19-1, written by Tyler Gaffleon. Dresden Row 5-1 with Ired Ortiz. Fort Washington at 8-1, written by Junior Alvarado. The 8 is Brilliant Birdie 9-2, written by Brian Hernandez Jr. And finally, the 9-horse Beach Gold 16-1, written by Keith Asmussen. Now, let me see. And then the race. One of them I missed. I know I missed. I might have missed this one. The Lone Star. Oh, I missed the other Lone Star race. So these are the next 2 races that are coming up. This is the 8th race at Lone Star. It's got about 20 minutes before it starts. But right now we're waiting on Churchill Downs, which is the race 10. That'll be going off shortly. The big race of the day is the 11th race at Churchill Downs, which is the Stephen Foster stake race. That is a $2 million race. And I believe that that race is part of the Win and You're In It Breeders' Cup challenge. Let me see. Let's go to the 10th race. So the Dan Wise, yeah, mile and the 16th. It's a stake race. The 11th race, let's look at that one. Yes, this is part of the Breeders' Cup Challenge series. That's a $2 million race. And we're definitely going to talk about that one for sure. We've got 8 minutes to post. Still waiting. This is the only race that the only racetrack that they're televising now at this point. So we just have to be a little patient. Let's see. I want to see if I can look at the loan. they, a month ago, 2 months ago, doesn't look like they do live racing. Oh, that's 2024. Lone Star Prairie. Oh, it's Lone Star Park at Grand Prairie. They did a live stream earlier today for 3 hours. But with the stake races, I don't know why they didn't do live for the stake races. Oh, so this is going to be a big challenge trying to figure out how to be able to get the results of the races. So I'm up for a good challenge. I will try and figure it out before next week on how I can go about doing it. It's the problem that I'm having is the fact that I'm in a state that has restricted gambling. So I need to find an app that I can watch that is not associated with gambling. So that's where we are at this point. So of course the TV is freezing right now. See if I can't even turn it off. Unbelievable. Anyway, so while we're waiting for that, Churchill Downs start with the I've already gone through the races. Let's see if I can do look at my past performance and see if I can see what I can figure out. This is going over a mile. Let's see. I'm doing my at first glance. Well, what I'm looking at here. Ooh. Well, at first glance, kind of like the 6. Kind of like the 2. Kind of like the 1, 2, and 6. Ooh, the 2 is the favorite. Still like the 2. chasing the crown. I mean, I don't know what is preventing this horse from winning. That's the 4 horse. Got 2 minutes to post. It's been raining here, so my TV's been acting up today. So I don't know if that's the reason why, or it's just the station that I'm on. It doesn't like it. Um, so, and that's all I got for this race. The 2. The 2 and the 6 for sure. I'm not sure. I like the 1, but I'm not real sure. Oh, it's gone off.
Oh, an alert start as well. Beach Gold from the outside post is up there, and so is Mercante in between horses. So they race for the clubhouse turn, and Silent Heart inside is up to take the lead, and Mercante is going to stalk second as Beach Gold settles inside with
139
Longinos.
right
Longinos
now.
right up against the rail. Beach Gold from the outside post to the 2 path. They're together third and fourth. So on the first turn, Silent Heart steps out. It's a clear lead. Mercante content to track from second. Another margin of 2 back to Beach Gold and Longinos. They're together third and fourth. Brilliant Birdie was 3 wide on the first turn. Fifth. Dresden Rose in some traffic sixth. Chasing the Crown is covered up inside seventh. Flying Mohawk is eighth. And Fort Washington, the trailer, in ninth. 8 lengths off the leader, and that's Silent Heart, who got an opening half mile in just 48 seconds flat.
Right now it's still 1, 3, and 9.
Mercante with light pressure as they hit the turn. There's still 1-2, and they're 2.5 lengths clear of Longinos, who's now a clear third and saving ground in the far turn as well. Beach Gold is racing fourth, chasing the Crown, bottled up inside fifth. Wide trip for Brilliant Birdie, Dresden Row, and Flying Mohawk angles to the outside. Fort Washington still last. Silent Heart still first off the turn, but Longinos has come off the rail, and Longinos is set down, and Dresden Row comes with a rally, and down the center of the track is Brilliant Birdie and Flying Mohawk. Longinos takes the lead at the 16th. Longinos takes off for the wire. Dresden Row, Mercante, Flying finishes, but it's 5 in a row.
2, 3, 6. That's what I said.
Dresden Row.
I don't even remember.
Coming Brilliant Birdie and Fort Washington and Flying Mohawk.
Two. I said the 2. Did I mention the 3 at all? No. I know I mentioned the 2. I did not mention the 3. I had the 6. The 3 just stuck his nose in. Who came 4? 2, 3, 6, and 8. Nah, I didn't have the 8 either. Well, I had the 2. I don't know if the 2 was the first one that I said, but I said the 2. Anyway, so there you have it. Okay, so we're moving on. We got 17 minutes to the 8th race at Lone Star Park. And that one, let's see. Is trying to get myself together here.
And now, coming to the track,
And then after this,
Miss Lady
is
Dabs.
Staples that's coming up at Churchill Downs. So it's the Grand Prairie First Race. It's 3-year-olds and up. This one. This is the 8th race, Lone Star. So we've got usually wrong. Wait, did I mention everything? I don't think I mentioned everything before I talk about the horses. So it's $125,000 purse. It's going 5 furlongs on the turf. There are 9 starts, and these are for 3-year-olds and up. And it looks like all 9 horses are going to be running. The first, pardon me, they haven't put up the live odds yet. So I'm going to go and I'll come back and talk about those odds when they post them. Usually wrong with Giovanni Franco. I haven't seen him in a really long time. High Front with Ricardo Santana Jr. Jackman's Ride with Rennie Diaz. Let's Go Mark with Deshaun Parker. Wow, I have not seen him race in a really long time either. Dancing for Gold with Floyd Withy Jr. Saw SD with Alfredo Royes Jr. Initialize with Stuart Elliott. Booth with Eric. I knew there was another Asmussen with Eric Asmussen, and Surveillance with Lane Luzzy. And like I said, I'll talk about the live. I'll go back to that as soon as I but at first glance I always put money on Deshaun Parker. That's not to say he may or may not win. I just put money on Deshaun Parker because I like him and I think he's a great jockey and I think he will bring in the money. But let's do a quick at a glance. This is going 5 furlongs. All right, let's see. Okay, so Mm. See, it's not giving me the. Not that that matters. Ooh, this was actually a little bit harder than I thought it would be. I don't know why nothing is really standing out to me. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe the 7. Maybe the 8. Hmm. Yeah, only thing I got is maybe the 7 or the 8. I can't. I mean, I can look at this one all day and I still won't find anything else that is that yanks my chain on this particular race because there isn't anything. I can't find it. So mm, the 4 is a given, and I said the 7. The 7. I said the 8, 7, 4, 7, 9. I don't know. This one, I don't know why I'm not getting anything with this one. I mean, I can't leave Ricardo out on the 2, but I don't know. Well, it's 8 minutes to post, so that's all I got for this one. This one is done, so we can move to. Oh no, 2 horses have been scratched in this race. So let's go ahead and talk about the 11th race at Churchill Downs. This is the Stephen Foster stake race that I've been talking about. It's a $2 million race. It's going a mile and an eighth. And there's 7 starters, but 2 of them have been scratched. And this is a Breeders' Cup Series race. Again, I don't know which division the horse is going to end up in this race. But we'll have to see. And again, I will talk about the Breeders' Cup, the winners, the two, because there were two races today referencing the Breeders' Cup win and you're in it races. I will talk about them on Thursday. So if you want to know more about that, please join me on Thursday. And it starts at 8 p.m. I don't usually run very long. I try to keep it short, less than an hour for sure. And it's all about the Breeders' Cup and what's going on with it and just following everything relating to the Breeders' Cup up until Breeders' Cup Day, which is October 30th and 31st. But anyway, this race 11 at Churchill Downs is the race for the Breeders' Cup series. So the one horse is Willie D, going off 30-1 with Johnny V. White Abarrio, which if you've been following horse races for the last few years, you know about White Abarrio. Going off 7-2, written by Irene Ortiz. Sovereignty is another one. If you've been following horse racing for the longest time, it's going off. It's the favorite, written by Junior Alvarado. Beza, it's 6-1 with Flavian Pratt. I'm not familiar with 1-4-5. Magnitude, although Magnitude does sound a little familiar. It's 7-2 with with Jose Ortiz. So those are the 5 horses in the race. This is going to be because these are all very seasoned and classic horses. It definitely is going to be a challenge trying to pick the winner. I mean, if I had to just pick at a glance, like I said before, I probably would go with White Abarrio. Because I like the name of the horse, not because of anything else, to be perfectly honest. It's nothing to do with the horse itself. I just like the name. But anyway, that is what I have. We've got 14 minutes to this race and 3 minutes to this race. So I'm going to go ahead and actually, I wonder if I can see what's going on.
If he steps away from there,
I'm going to mute it. Now, this says 8th race in 13 minutes. This is 3 minutes. Was there a delay? Yeah, because they're not even on the back of the horse. Well, if that's the case, I am so sorry. I'm going to have to take another break. I didn't take one last time I went to look up some information, but this time I'm going to take a break and I will be back. I'm not sure if I'm going to be back in time to cover the Lone Star race, but I'm definitely going to be back in time to cover the big race at Churchill Downs. So hang in there and I will see you in a few minutes. Again, in about 10 minutes, I'll be back.
coming to the track. Miss Lady Dabs.
Hi everyone, I'm back and okay, now I am back. It is 1 minute to post, and it's saying 4 minutes on the app, but on the screen it's saying 1 minute to post. I'm pretty sure that the 4 minutes is probably better, a better indicator. But we will wait and see. 1 second. My child decides he wants to reach out to me. Let me just tell him. Okay. All right. So I am here. They are heading to the gate. Like I said, this is the big race of the day. $2 million. After this, I wonder if Woodbine, because they're both supposed to be going off at the same time. Oh, Woodbine has already gone. 50. Did we watch this one? I'm sure we did. Okay, so they're all in the gate.
Give it a look over and reload. The other 4 horses standing in good order. Here's Magnitude once again. They're in the gates. Then Baeza botched the break. Baeza off at the back of the pack. Magnitude was ready to go today and races out for the lead and angles over toward the inside. So Magnitude leads the way with a circuit to go. Willie Dees is just in behind, and White Barrio is out of their third. And the Derby winner Sovereignty is 3 or 4 wide into the first turn, fourth. And Baeza with some catching up to do is the trailer on the first turn. The leader is Magnitude. Magnitude leads by a little bit more than a length as they turn to the backstretch run. Willie Dees is tucked inside, a tracking second. And the unmistakable gray strides of White Barrio alongside him third. And Sovereignty is 2 lengths farther back in fourth, about 4 lengths off the lead with 5 furlongs to go. Baeza begins to pick it up from the back of the pack, but is still 7 or 8 lengths behind. Magnitude managed an opening half mile in 47 1/5 seconds. It hits the half mile pole, the one to catch as they move for the far turn. White Barrio is now coming after Magnitude. Irad is coming after Jose. They're 1-2 on the far turn. Willie Dees down inside third. Sovereignty starts to pick it up.
Yeah, he is coming fast, Sovereignty.
3 with 2 furlongs to go, and Magnitude is the one to catch off the turn, and he heads for home in front by 2. Sovereignty up into second, and Baeza continues to rally. Big effort from Baeza.
He sure is.
Toad has gone
Oh.
clear by 3. Baez is second.
He is
Circus
coming
behind now.
quick.
2 lengths
White
behind
horse.
now. 50
Yeah.
yards to catch Magnitude. But Magnitude to the top of the class.
Wow.
Magnitude wire to wire and what a
Wow.
uniform,
Magnitude
Jose.
went gate to wire. That was the 5 horse with Jose. Neither White Abrario or Sovereignty. I think he may have come third, White Abrario. It came 5-4. And that the 4 horse came dead last to second place. If he had a little bit longer, 3, 2, 1, 5. It came just like that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that one. So we can expect to see Magnitude. Now that's not to say the other horses won't be in the race. It's just that they'll have to pay if they want to be in the race. That's all that means. Magnitude doesn't have to pay a thing, and I'm pretty sure Steve Asmussen is probably pretty happy about that. But anyway, that's where we are. The next race is
Yours. It's not your horse. It's not your horse.
the 10th
It's not
race.
yours. It's not yours.
Oh no, we're done with Woodbine.
It's
The
not
last
yours.
race was the 10th race. You know what? I am actually,
Horse.
because the next race is not until 30 minutes from now, and then it's an hour in between each race after that, or a half hour in between each race after that. So I'm just going to end right now. This has been a long day. I mean, it's been a long day, and we covered 25 races today, believe it or not. 25 stake races. This is a first. I have to figure out how to be able to provide results of the race when we're watching them, because now it doesn't look like it is going to be on at least the races that I'm covering are going to be on FanDuel TV anymore. So I need some time to kind of figure that out, and hopefully by next week I'll be able to figure that out. Usually this is the time when I do a recap of the races that we did today, but like I said, we did 25 races today, and I'm just not going to do a recap today. I'm kind of tired. So, on that note, I am just going to say, join me if you like this channel. Let me say this first. If you like this channel and like the direction that I'm heading for this channel and the improvements that I'm making, just, subscribe or share or like the page or like the channel, and let me know that it's something that you're interested in seeing more of in the future. Um, Feedback is really appreciated, and what it is that you want me to really focus on. Today was a little bit different, like I said when I started, because I did all of the stake races today, at all the tracks. Usually I just pick the big tracks. Usually I don't do Woodbine or Lone Star or Delaware Park either, but I included them today just to see how it would go. And there were a couple of hiccups, but for the most part I think everything went pretty decently. Um Don't forget to join me on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, as I cover the Road to the Breeders' Cup. where I talk about all things Breeders' Cup, and there were 2 Breeders' Cup races today, so I will be covering those 2 winners on Thursday. In the meantime, I look forward to seeing you next Saturday, which is the 4th of July. So it'll be pretty interesting to see how many stake races that are going to be happening on the 4th. And until then, I wish you a safe and happy holiday, the rest of your weekend, and I hope to see you either on Thursday at 8 p.m. or next Saturday. I don't know what time yet, but I will let you know as soon as I find out. Until then, enjoy and we will talk soon. Bye.